A big AEW Dynamite debut has been scrapped. Plus, we have an update on an injured WWE star and the origin of the Undertaker's fear of cucumbers is finally revealed. You're buzzing for the last story.
I can't wait for the last story, Tom.
We have to get through this first of all. Scrapped plans for a big Dynamite debut. So we saw W. Morrissey rocking up.
We did indeed.
The other week at the as the opponent of Wardlow. Wasn't meant to be W. Morrissey for a little while, according to Fightful Select. Killer Cross, FKA Karrion Cross, was approached for the match. So Fightful Select say, we're told that the two sides couldn't come to terms for the appearance and decided against it. What we've heard is that talks fell apart as the date got closer, Cross becoming aware that his wife Scarlett would not be a part of the presentation in All Elite Wrestling. Cross was concerned that his introduction to the AEW audience would mimic that of his WWE debut against Jeff Hardy, as opposed to the successful NXT formula that helped lead him to 2 NXT championships. Those that we've spoken to believe that AEW and Cross are on good terms, and there's a possibility they'll do business in the future. Do we see that Cross in AEW?
I reckon so. I think this was a good shout by Cross because I think it would have been a little bit lackluster for him to come in, not have his grand entrance that he does have. It's really impressive, genuinely impressive. And also I think within this storyline, Wardlow would have to win anyway. So then Cross to lose straight away on his debut in AEW would have felt a little bit lackluster. And I think he deserves a little bit more. As he said, 2 NXT championships under his belt. I think he would have deserved something a little bit more grander.
I think there was no presentation of Killer Cross / Karrion Cross quite like his one in NXT.
Yeah, it was so good.
Like above, far and away, like the entrance and everything about that, the production behind him was phenomenal. And it's shame that he got to Raw and went, oh, okay, have a crow video and here's your hat.
Yes. I think there's definitely something for Cross in AEW because with Samoa Joe and the NXT championship and everything that went down there between those two, I think there's a lot that could be rekindled.
I'm sad that things are a bit sour between Cross and Impact because it's part of me that thinks I wouldn't mind a little cheeky return there because I loved that whole Killer Cross story that they told. That was the first time that we really got a glimpse of Killer Cross was as part of Impact / DNA Wrestling, where he was picking off people backstage.
Yeah.
Really great character work there. But maybe we get something similar in AEW. That I would not be against. Let's talk a bit more about NXT. In particular, somebody currently on the injured bench. We have an update on Nikita Lyons, don't we, Andrew?
We do, yeah. So Lyons revealed the details of her injury in an Instagram live post on Wednesday, a day after it was announced that she was being replaced in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament by Tiffany Stratton. Lyons shared that she'd suffered a partial MCL tear and sprain, but would only require rehabilitation, no surgery. So that's really good. I think she was one of the favorites to win this whole NXT Breakout Tournament thing as well, and so it's a shame to see her have to be taken out. But thankfully, yes, rehabilitation, no surgery. So at least it's a bit of good news, at least anyway.
Yeah, it could go either way as well, because a partial MCL tear, it can take a couple of weeks to get better. It can take a couple of months to get better. I think if she's wearing the leg cast on the odd occasion she is, I think that will certainly speed things up for her. I think that she's very much a future NXT Women's Champion.
Very much so.
There's a star there.
Everybody seems to be really, really behind her as well. And with a lot of these sort of NXT prospects now being they're definitely developing at the moment. Still quite green, some of them in the ring, but still showing lots and lots of promise. And I think Lyons shows so much promise and so much good things I think are coming in her future. Who wins the tournament now, Tom? Though between I think it's Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez are the final two in that. In the tournament now.
Oh, see, I think we give it to Perez now.
I think so too, but I could also see a Healy win. A Healy win in the breakout tournament.
And then when Nikita Lyons is back,
pick up the momentum reclaim what was taken from her.
From Lyons, we switch to the Wardlow. As it's finally signed off, MJF versus Wardlow locked in for Double or Nothing. That's after last night on Dynamite, where we had the steel cage match between Wardlow and Spears. MJF playing silly buggers as ref. And it all amounted to Wardlow finally defeating Sean Spears in the cage. See you on Sunday, MJF, where he has promised Shaq Wrestling that he's going to break a powerbomb world record on MJF.
Oh, I am excited. The Symphony. He's going to be doing all this all night. It was a quick match. I think we knew it was going to go this way. Sort of. Anyway, we knew Wardlow was at least going to pick up the win because it's just the huge payoff at Double or Nothing hopefully happens. Unprotected chair shot, Tom, yet again, right there, Sean Spears. So MJF's holding up Wardlow and then telling Spears, come on, get your chair, bonk him on the head. Wardlow moves out the way, unprotected. He didn't, from the camera angle, I'm not too sure, but it looks like MJF doesn't get his arms up, straight on the head. Sean Spears, that's twice now, lad. Cody Rhodes and now MJF as well.
Let's be careful with these unprotected chair bonks.
Come on now.
Naughty boys. Let us end on an ultimate revelation here. From the Undertaker, you know, the manliest man in all of Manly. Nice. Why are you playing with your PlayStations backstage? We used to have knives and smelling salts, but the naughty kind. Undertaker's fear of cucumbers has been a bit of an industry legend for some time. He talked in an interview recently that his fear of cucumbers, his aversion to cucumbers is so bad. Somebody brought him an iced tea with a piece of cucumber in, and he was immediately sick.
Wow.
Grow up, man.
There's so much stuff like that. I remember, oh my goodness, hero of mine, Danny from Rate My Takeaway, cannot stand sweet corn. But he told this story about, and it's a horrible story as well, so I won't repeat it on here, but basically somebody melded sweet corn with some type of fishing bait in a sandwich, and they told Danny, here, watch this, and took a bite out of it, and like Danny saw all this stuff coming out of this guy's mouth and it was like, never again. It's like put him off forever. However, what we are told here is a little bit like, it doesn't seem as bad as that.
No. So on the Wives of Wrestling podcast, Michelle McCool joined the Wives of Randy Orton and Kurt Angle for a chatteroony. And said that we can't. So in terms of cucumbers, she says we can't even have one in the room.
It's like a cat.
It's a bit. Every birthday, Kaya gets cucumbers. She'll pull them under his pillow. She'll put them under his pillows and she'll put them in his car. He can't even smell them, it says here. Can't even be around them. Now, the story as to why has come to light as well, in which Michelle McCool says he ate so many cucumbers one day that he got sick. And ever since then, it was game over.
What goes through someone's mind to just chomp on a cucumber? Like,
the origin story of that is just amazing. It's just like, he just ate loads one day and he went, I'm sick now.
And then that was it. I guess,
it's like a child.
Is that akin to when you have so much of one type of alcohol and then you can't ever have it again? It says you can't smell it. What does a cucumber even smell like, Tom?
I don't think it doesn't have a smell.
Exactly.
It doesn't have a smell. I don't even think it has a taste. They do say eating it raw is really good health-wise and stuff.
Oh, really?
Apparently so.
Didn't know that.
Predictions today. Had 9 pitches yesterday. Predictions today. Ahead of Double or Nothing. Then what's happening across the weekend?
We got plenty of stuff going up over the weekend. We've got live reactions with myself and Adam Pacitti. As you said, we've also got the predictions going up tonight, hopefully. We'll have what happened at with Jack the Jobber not too long after the pay-per-view is finished, and also WTF with Ross there as well. And I'm sure lots of sponsored list content, this, that, and the other, all going up. Podcast as well on Friday night. So you got lots and lots to look forward to.
And more news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe.
Love you, bye.